Telluride, Colorado. Just did a little skiing here, and everybody voted to go to Aspen, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to head over to Aspen, which is a bit north of here, and we're going, they're probably going to run us up to altitude. We'll file IFR. Here we go. And this is downhill, uphill, back the other way. There's lots of mountains. Oops. Gotta watch out where you're going. There we go. My pedals were not quite centered. Sorry about that. Whoa. There we go. I don't think we're going to use this one, and we'll hit the autopilot, and the flaps up. Wow, we sure need a climb. Oops.
Terrain.
Yeah.
Terrain.
We're hitting the course. Normally, if you knew what you were doing here, you wouldn't do that. But it's fun looking at this beautiful mountain over here. And we'll come out in our view, and we'll look back at the airport. Back in there, tucked in, uphill landing, and all very beautiful. I do not know where the ski runs are, whether that side or this side. But we are off and running, and we're on course, and we got to turn on our auto throttle. Here we go. And we go back outside, and we go back to the tail, and look at going past the mountains here. Where are we? 14,000 feet. We're as high as Mount Whitney right here, but Mount Whitney is higher than these. These look a little prettier, I would say. And I don't know the names of the mountains. You can definitely see these are lower. And we'll check and see how we're doing. Here we can look and see how we're doing at our intersection down here, why it runs it down there. We could go direct over to LLACX. Let's do that. And we go down on the autopilot, LLAXX, direct, and that'll cut a little bit of that off. They'll probably yell at us for being off course. Back outside. Learn as you go. So we can bring it up on here so we can look outside and look at our chart at the same time. So we go out to, yeah. We're going over, so that'll shorten it up a little bit. Look at the traffic in this area. That's because of Denver, probably because there is so much traffic here. And we'll look over here and we'll see where Denver is. It should be right along, right tucked in here. The DEN. I don't see any DEN. No, can't seem to find it. So let's go back out here. Where are we climbing to? We're at 16,000. Maybe that'll do it. And let's get down here and get our chart in. and we're heading pretty kind of northwest. At this next intersection, we'll be heading due north. We'll bring it in a little so it's easier to see. Right like that. Just like that. And let's see, we're cooking along at 413 knots. There are jets that go quicker, but they cost twice as much. I'm guessing this goes out at around 30 million, but could be less, could be more. What do I know? I'm not buying airplanes. Bought one, but it was in a kit form. And no, I didn't get it built. I'm working part-time for Lance Air, and I wanted to get out of real estate, go to work for Lance Neibauer was his last name. So some people call it Lank Care, but it was Lance that did it, and he got the design idea from an uncle, I believe, who did the Myers that had the narrowing tail look. The Myers looked like a standard aircraft of the 60s. Had a front end, and they wouldn't like it that I said it looked like a Comanche or a Bonanza, a hybrid. But the tail, definitely Coke bottle tail, and the little Lance Air 320 and oh man, they had the Lance Air 4 and just awesome airplanes. And they start throwing the carbon fiber in it, and the little, they called it the Legacy, the two-seater with it probably got up to around 400 horsepower, at least 300. But it was built initially for a 160 or a 180 engine, IO 320, the 150, 180 engine. Anyway, they started hopping those up. So that's what I owned. I was building that, and I got the landing gear on, and the wings. No, I didn't buy an engine or avionics, and I sold it. No, I didn't quite get what I had in it, but I didn't get burned. I had so much fun. It took me back to Oshkosh for 1 year. I think they set a record that year. They may have signed up 91 kids. I don't know. It's a long time ago. 1990. Sure did have fun. I didn't do much flying. Okay, now we're on the second part of the course. I don't know anything about Colorado here, so let's go ahead and do this. See where this takes us, and we'll go up there and see where it takes us. Pretty simple course. Maybe it'll get us to approach. Click that on, and it gets us. We skip one deal. So let's do another one. Let's do one more. That's Crater Lake, and talking to a geologist, that was not a crater. That has to do with a slump, that it's slumped down. But it's called Crater Lake. Okay, so we skip to the next one, and that's good. And what altitude are we at? We're at 39,000 feet. And we can start coming down. Yeah, we are coming down. And our altitude is not in there. But let's go down to, well, we got some mountains in here, but let's go down to 25,000 feet. And we'll go in and over and down to 25, whoops, we don't need that, down to altitude 25,000. How about 20,000? 20,000 feet. And we go down at 3,000 feet a minute. And just see how the autopilot handles it. And we're looking at 20,000 feet here. And we're supposed to be going down. Yeah, 27. It says minus 3,000. Okay. Yeah, we're descending at 27,000 feet. We're moving right along. Moving right along. Let's see what this looks like here. So I think we come around, and I think the airport is right under us, but we go over the airport and make a procedure turn. We might cancel our IFR and just go ahead and land. And we'll look and see what is this little thing. That's Leadville. Leadville's up that way. Great documentary about Leadville and the characters there on YouTube. I forget what the guy's name was. Oh, they had an opera house there in Leadville. The guy made so much money, didn't know what to do with it. Gave it away. So we don't need this right now, and we're going to see what these lower altitudes are. We could go on here and see if they call so they have flight letter for 22.5 along in here, and we aren't that close to the mountains. That's a good one here. We're doing the 480 knots, and I don't see, we're not right on course. Let's see whether we are on course here. Not quite on. We got autopilot on, and let's make sure the autopilot's on. Yeah, if we just stay this close, we're all right here. It shows we're off to the left a little bit. We could use the heading to get on there, but I don't think so. Yeah, let's just see what happens here. Oh, see, nav is clicked off. We doing that shift the navigation, so we should go left to get back on course. And the heading, if we were to turn heading on, we would put it over to the left side here. And it's going a little more than we should, so we'll click nav off and click on heading. Get over there. Get on course. Looks like the mountains are doing just fine here. Heading for Aspen. So as we get back on course here, we will go back to navigate. This should get right back on course. Going at 500 knots. We're going to go back inside, over and down, and we'll move this back on course. right there, and hit nav. Took the heading off. Yeah, we went right over the. Oh, and then we hit the intersection too. So we'll see if we track back on that. That's what happened. We're a little late doing our homework here. Yeah, and we're taking a cut on it. So we'll see if it levels up here. And look at the pretty mountains. There we are. It's coming right back on, coming back to the left. We're going to make everybody sick. And we're almost down to 20,000 feet. That was nice because we get down here so we get a closer look at the beautiful mountains. No, the mountains don't look exactly like that. Okay, we're on course. We'll go back inside here and look at this. See how we come up here. We go right by Aspen, come up and around, kind of like that teardrop that we did into Aspen. There's a procedure turn, holding pattern, excuse me. That's a holding pattern right up there, looking at the chart. And we got a little beep saying we're approaching our altitude. Now if we were on with ATC, they'd be telling us what altitude to be at, but you've had plenty of time hearing them. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. These look like they have a little iron in them there mountains. And we'll put up the other chart so we won't be surprised when we make a left turn. And we can go in on that a little bit. And see, this stops over here. So we need to probably let's see if we see the airport here. Is that the airport down there? Yeah, there's Aspen, right there. So it looks like it doesn't the line isn't connected, so it's gonna run us around. So we need to find the airport. That looks like an airport right down there. And we'll run this in. Yeah, that's Aspen right there. Aspen, Colorado. So we don't even have to cancel IFR. We need to take off we'll take off the auto throttle. And we'll come back on the power all the way, and we will go off the altitude hold. There's the altitude off. We turn off the autopilot. Okay, so we're going to head out to the east, to the west, come back in and land back to the east. It looks like the mountains are going up in here. Looks like the mountains get higher here. So we'll land to the east, and we'll call Aspen. Tune to Aspen. Approach.
Aspen approach Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is passing flight level 180, climbing flight level 405.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie Aspen approach radar contact. Continue to BIGLP. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie climb and maintain flight level 350. Keep speed not above 220 knots.
Climb and maintain flight level 350. Keep speed not above 220 knots. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
This is what you have to do.
Aspen approach Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie would like to cancel IFR.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Aspen. I'm not sure which is, I think this is it.
Aspen Tower Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is 8 miles northeast, 17,600 feet with kilo to land.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie Aspen Tower. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind calm, make left base runway 15.
That sounds good.
Aspen Tower Cessna November 9er, 25 Echo, Mike ready for IFR departure runway 33. Cessna November 9er, 25 Echo, Mike altimeter 29er, 2 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 33.
Enter left base runway 15 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Cleared for takeoff runway 33, Cessna November 9er, 25 Echo Mike.
Sure is pretty. There's a strobe. And we'll hit the spoilers. Dump a little lift. And then we're going to look and see what the elevation of Aspen is. At 77, so at 8,700, we want to be down to 8,000.
Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie wind calm, cleared to land runway 15.
Sync rate.
Terrain. Terrain.
Cleared to land runway 15 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
You go right in on the road. Right in on the road.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Now we'll level off and slow down. Get everything out here.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
All right.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, less than 1 mile.
Sync rate.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up,
We made it.
pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, 50, 40.
Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie exit runway when able.
We made it.
Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. Aspen ground Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie taxi to parking.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see, where are the guys?
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, did you hear my last transmission?
Oh, this looks like the terminal, but we'll park here. We'll park right here. Okay.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't look like the real terminal. This looks like so we're at 7,700 feet as advertised. We'll look around a little bit, see if we see any ski slopes. No, we're right in the center of the valley, and where we landed. And the town appears to be up further into the valley in that direction. But that doesn't matter, and this is really where the airlines pull in. So we'll get inside and turn off the deal here. Sorry about the takeoff. The pedals I have are definitely rinky-dink, and they were in the wrong position. There we go. And we'll let the tug take us. There we go. Go back outside. That was a lot of fun. A little chaotic. I wouldn't, if I had people on board. There's no way I would dive the approach like that. That ain't the way you're supposed to do it. But in the interest of time, and here I am, just kind of meandering. Yeah, coming up on 89. Yeah, the big 89. All right, great to have this chance to share some of my years. See you next time. Bye bye.